Hey, it's Chris Kerr, and I'm doing a little stream of consciousness thing, and I'm just going to pop a little effect in here so I can show you what's going on. Let's go with yay! It's on fire! Ah! Right? Lots of stream of consciousness, lots of new ideas, lots of great things coming, and it's starting with a really big point. Let me just get this refocused here. A really big point on the idea of strategy and the value of strategy. And everybody talks about it. They talk a good game. They talk a good line. And they haven't got it figured out for the most part. Some do, and some are doing really well at it. Others haven't got the faintest idea of what strategy needs to look like in the next 3 to 5 years, let alone the next 60 or 90 days, right? We've got our $1 million roadmap. We've got our focus points on different subject matters, but you really have to get a grip on how things are changing so you just don't get left behind. And that sounds so cliched, but it's so true. We're talking about websites that have to dramatically change to compete with apps, or not even to compete, but to provide original value that is different and worth going to on top of what people are going to get from your app. But that also presumes that you're smart enough to go get your app built and ready and delivering what your customers want in an app, so that you're staying current with where things are going directly with the evolution of communications. Remember, 40 to 48%, depending on which study you're looking at, of business people first read their email on their phone. They may read it again later on a desktop, but the first time they read it is on their phone. That's almost half, depending on the study. 85 or 86%, I forget exactly which one, of business leaders do between 5 and 32 searches on their phone for every business decision that they make. Every business purchasing decision that they make. Their phone they'll use, and they'll make 5 to 32 different reference checks. And they'll look up different things before they go to make a business purchasing decision. It's the phone. It's not the website, it's the phone. So if you aren't where they are, you're once, twice, 3 times removed. Social media. Again, social media, huge value. Facebook is pushing everybody to do everything on the phone. They're not even waiting. They're pushing everyone onto the phone. Now, I have my own issues with that on top of everything else, but if that's where they're going, they already know the phone is where it's at. The phone, the tablet, that kind of thing. The mobile device. The device you take with you everywhere. The device you can't be without. And we know it. If it hasn't happened to you, wait. But we all have friends, we all have neighbors, we all have coworkers that have dropped their phone in the toilet, or they've dropped it in the sink, or they've dropped it in the pool, or it's gone someplace it shouldn't, and the phone toast, right? Utterly toast. Maybe you dry it out in rice, maybe you don't. Whatever the case may be, for whatever period of time, that phone is useless and worthless. It's not doing its job. And the people it's impacted have freaked the heck out. Absolutely freaked out. Now, you're looking at it, you're thinking about it from the point of view of, ha ha ha, it happened to... No. I want you to think about it from the psychological impact of how we are as human beings when we don't have access to our phone. My wife is going berserk right now. She has an iPhone, and sometime in December, January, there's an update, and every 5, 6, 10 times a day, for really unpredictable reasons, the phone just shuts off and won't restart until it's plugged back in. It may have lots of battery power, but it won't restart until it's plugged in. And then once it's plugged in, something resets, you can turn the phone back on, and you're good to go. It is driving her insane, because she could be in the middle of a conversation, poof, phone's gone. Our daughter's on the phone playing an app, or a Quinn game, and poof, phone's gone. My wife's online looking at some of our recruiting projects and some of the candidates. Poof, phone's gone. Driving her insane, and for good reason. We use these tools pretty much more than any other media tool has ever been used. The only exception I can think of is newspaper, because we use it for bird cages, we use it for garbage, some people use the comic strips, for example, for wrapping presents. We use it for crafts, we use it for cleanup, we use it for catching oil drips, we use it for packing, we use it for lots and lots of different things. That's the only other thing I can think of that's even close. And it still doesn't do half the things that the phone does in terms of our daily use of a tool, right? It's not really that close a comparison anymore. So while I'm talking to you about that side of things, I want you to realize how connected we are to our phones. It's our schedule, it's our alarm system, it's our the treasure trove of memories from photos and videos. It's our connection to social media and sharing and catching up on news and catching up on family news, catching up on what's going on in the office. It's our instant messaging system. It's our texting ability. It's our ability to get discounts at restaurants and grocery stores. It's our ability to track stocks and figure out how our money is doing. It is a combo plate of all the things that make up our lives. So that phone is going to change so dramatically in the next 3 to 5 years that every business is going to be impacted by it. Every business. Even if you're Amish, basically, with no technology involved. Everybody's going to be driven to the Amish communities by this radically changed technology. And I'm going to do a whole other presentation on how that impacts everybody later. I also have a whole speaking topic on that subject. But that's what I'm talking about. When I'm talking about strategy, when you know the whole world is going to change how it does business, everything's going to change. And you're sitting here, we're worried about, as small businesses, we're worried about minimum wage going up. And there's somebody here in Tucson who is advocating that small business should love this because it'll give us more reliable workers. I'm sorry, no, it's going to give us more reliable robots. It's going to give us more reliable technology, because at that point, what was a $12 or $15 an hour employee for a small business owner like me is now a $22 an hour employee that I can't afford. Yeah, minimum wage only went up to $10 or $12 or $15, but everybody else that I work with is above that, so now we're hiring at a higher rate to catch up to it. We're not even in the same ballpark. So we're talking about things in a totally different world than some other people are. And as business owners, we need to understand the strategy of how to mitigate the risks of those increased costs, while at the same time delivering better quality content to our consumers, our customers, and providing tools and platforms for our employees, our staff, our contractors to do their jobs better and more fulfillingly. The whole thing is changing, and the next 3 to 5 years is a big window where that's going to happen. That's the strategy that your business needs to have. And you need to be a lot more focused on what's going to happen in the next 3 to 5 years, as well as what's going to happen in the next 60 to 90 days. What you're doing in the preparation between now and Christmas is going to provide the funding you're going to need between January and June of next year. That whole ongoing strategy thought needs to be ever present in your business. And in the vast majority of businesses, it's surviving day by day. If you need help with that strategy side, give me a call. 623-252-4489, 623-252-4489, or sales@reactive.com. That's sales@REYACTIVE.com. Talk to you soon. Cheers.